How am I gonna get everything done that I need to get done? I don't know. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel and to Vlogmas Day 18. Today's December 18, 2017, and it is the last week before winter break. So I'm really excited to get this week completed so that we can go on winter break, have a restful time, and enjoy our vacation. I don't really have any plans to go out, but I have to remind myself that I live in a city that a lot of people from all over the world come just to go on vacation. So I can do a staycation. Anyway, I'm sitting in the car right now. I arrived about 20 minutes ago, but I was just sitting in my car and relaxing and doing my makeup. But right now I'm getting ready to go inside and see what happened when the sub was there, or if there was a sub. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so I just turned on all the holiday lights, I changed the date, and now it's time to look at my desk. And I think the students did have a sub on Friday, so that's really good. Let's see what the status of my desk is. So all the papers were moved to a pile. There are annotations on the plans, and there is a little note that the sub left. My lesson plans from last week are there too. Okay, so let's see. These are extras, I guess. And I guess the work is in here. Yes. So the students did have a sub and all their work is in here. So I'm going to go look through it sometime today. And yeah, that's pretty good. So I got to see what the students were able to do and see what they need to finish, if there's anything that they need to finish. And I just noticed that my teacher's sign is knocked down. Okay, let's fix that. And I don't know why this is there. Problems. Teacher problems. Okay. So let's fix that there. All right, that's a little better. All right, let me turn the camera back around. So yeah, that's great that they had a sub because I wasn't sure, because I had heard that there were a lot of teachers that were going to be out on Friday. So I wasn't sure if they were going to get a sub for me. Usually when there's a lot of teachers out and they cannot get enough subs, they have to split the class. But it wasn't the case this time. So right now I have to make a mad dash to the media center because it's Monday and it's my weekly Weight Watchers meeting / weigh-in. And I get to find out today if I met my 5% weight loss, which I'm crossing my fingers. That was one of my wishes for Christmas, that I get there, because I've been working really hard. I know the weekend was really tough, but I'm going to get there. So eventually, even if I don't get there today, I have to stop focusing so much on the scale. Anyway, so I'm going to go to the meeting and I'll catch up with you probably during my lunchtime, if not at the end of the day, because we don't have Spanish today. The ELL students are going on a field trip. The Spanish teachers will be going as chaperones. So I don't have Spanish this morning, which is fine. I have time to catch up on a lot of different work that I need to catch up on. And I'm also going to go over what my lesson plans this week are. So I will see you later. All right, everyone. So it's now the end of the day. And boy, what a day it's been. And I have a lot of feelings going through me right now. Overwhelming sensations, frustration, stress. How am I going to get everything done that I need to get done? I don't know. But I'll share a little bit about what are those frustrations and why I'm feeling overwhelmed. And if you're a teacher out there and you're watching this and you can relate with me, or you understand what I'm going through, just give me a shout out, leave a comment down below, and please help me feel like I'm not alone, because I just feel really, really stressed out. And I'll explain to you in a moment what that is. So basically, I didn't have a break today, first of all, and that's okay. The ESOL students at our school had a field trip, so the Spanish teachers, along with a couple of other special area teachers, were used as chaperones. That's totally understandable. I didn't really have a break today other than lunch, and even that, I was kind of working through it. I need to make sure I give myself a goal to not work through my lunch and make it be a moment where I can just like kind of relax and enjoy my meal and not be rushing through it. Is any teacher out there having a similar situation where you're like eating your lunch in like 5 minutes? And I know that's not really good for you either, but that's pretty much what's been happening with me lately. And I don't know, it's like we're almost halfway through the year and the holiday season's coming, but I have to try my best to, I guess, focus on the positives, because right now I just feel so overwhelmed, and come up with a plan as to how I'm going to tackle what I need to do in a way that it's able to be accomplished. I'm going to go over what I have planned for this week with my students, along with some of the things that we did today. And by the way, if you are new to my channel, welcome. It's so nice to have you here, and I appreciate your support. My name is Mariely Sanchez, and I am a 4th grade teacher in Florida. I have been teaching for about 17 years. This is my 17th year right now currently. I'm also the 4th grade level chair in my team. I've been at my current school for about 12 years. I'm also a PhD student. I'm what they call ABD, all but dissertation. So I completed all my coursework. I completed my comprehensive exam and passed it. I just need to sit down and start writing my dissertation. And I really have been struggling with that. And I'll probably talk about that more in a standalone video for that, not necessarily on a Vlogmas video. I have been a teacher for a while. I really enjoy what I do. I have been online for many, many years. I started having a teacher website back in 2002. And during that time, a lot of teachers started having a lot of websites, and I got to network with a lot of people. I was on the pro teacher community for many years, giving advice and help to teachers, and actually also getting it for myself. It was a really good place to go to get ideas and ask other teachers and professionals for advice on how to handle different things in the classroom. So I've had an online presence for many years, even before social media was a thing. My website is sanchezclass.com, and I haven't updated it, and that's on my to-do list to update. But a couple of years ago, I believe it was like 2012, I began my Teachers Pay Teachers store, and I began a blog. And my whole idea was to, hey, I'm going to write a blog, I'm going to write ideas on my blog, I'm going to create content and sell it on Teachers Pay Teachers. But that was the same year that I decided to start my PhD. So that got sort of put in the back burner. And I've been on TPT for a while, since 2012, but there wasn't a lot of things on there. And there still isn't a lot of content in there either. And it's on my to-do list, especially now for the winter break. I want to start creating more content to put up not only in my YouTube channel, but in my Teachers Pay Teachers store, which is Pencils and Magic Wands. My blog is also Pencils and Magic Wands at pencilsandmagicwands.blogspot.com, but don't expect anything to be there, because that's another thing that I need to update. But basically, I decided to start my YouTube channel because I was really inspired by other teacher YouTubers out there. And I'm like, you know what? I want to be able to share my ideas too, and maybe I could inspire other people the way that I've inspired teachers throughout my years, since I've been online since 2002. That's basically a little bit about me. I will share more about me in a future video. I'm going to do the I Teach to Teacher tag from Too Cool for Middle School. I will be doing that as a standalone video probably next week after Vlogmas is done and over with. And I also have a couple of other ideas for content to create. So that's a little bit about me. Let me show you what I did today with my students. So this morning, the students needed to make sure they turned in their book for the holiday book exchange, and they were told to put from and their name so that they can surprise their secret Santa, per se, on Wednesday to get the books. Now, we have like 4 different Christmas trees in the classroom. This is one. Let me show you the other ones, because some of the other gifts were a little bigger, so we had to kind of spread them out in the other Christmas trees. Let me show you the other ones. Here's another little tree that we have. This is our green tinsel tree. So we have 2 gift bags here that also have books in them. And in our blue tinsel tree, we have a box also with books and another gift bag. So we're spreading them out as the students bring them. In my homeroom, I have maybe 3 more students that need to turn in their books, but that's basically where we're keeping them. And on Wednesday, they get to be given to the person that they're intended for. So this is very exciting. And I'll be sure to blog a little bit about that on Wednesday. All right, so these are my lesson plans for this week. We are working with Mr. Popper's Penguins. We started today. We read the first 5 chapters. It's a very quick read. It's only 20 chapters, and the chapters are pretty short. So the students are also finishing their Wonders e-assessment that they didn't get to finish, so they kind of have until tomorrow to do that. But we're reading 5 chapters of Mr. Popper's Penguins every day until Friday. And Friday, we're going to watch the movie and drink some hot chocolate in the afternoon. So that's going to be exciting. And we're going over vocabulary for language arts and doing the snowflake activity that I kind of shared in my previous vlog. So that's some of the things that we have planned for the week. So this is the book, Mr. Popper's Penguins. And I told the students, if you've seen the movie, I need you to erase it from your mind because the book is a lot different from the movie. So I need you to enjoy the book with a fresh start. And I have these activities from Ed Helper that I used from years ago. So for today, I kind of wanted something simple for the students to kind of go along with as we did a shared read of the book. So after we read each chapter, I would time the students for like 3 minutes so that they can answer questions. And I did end up putting the number of questions that were related to each chapter. So the students knew that at the end of each of these chapters, they needed to answer these questions. And then I just used Class Dojo on the interactive board to time them for 3 minutes. So they went ahead and they completed the questions, and we also went over the vocabulary through a crossword. So these are the vocabulary words. These are those. And again, I have them use context clues to try and figure out the meaning of the word. And also, as they complete the crossword, they reveal other letters that make up the letters of words that they might not know. So this was for language arts, this was for reading, and these are the activities that we did for today, but I have some other activities that are a little different than this planned for the rest of the week. And I'm very excited with you as the days go by this week. We also started working on our new daily language arts warm-up, which again, I got this from One Stop Teacher Shop. I'll leave the link to her store in the description box below. They're actually called language arts homework, but I kind of use it as a warm-up, so I changed the title because she does provide both PDF and editable documents for this. So we are reviewing Audi, Spect, and Terra Geo roots, and we're still going over references and also fragment or run-on. We're going over progressive verbs again. We're going over the order of adjectives and how to correctly punctuate dialogue. And this week we're going over similes and metaphors, which is perfect because we're also doing our simile snowflakes this week. So I can't wait to get those up and done, and I'll blog about it as well this week. The other thing that we also gave to the students this week, actually today, was their holiday winter packet. And this is something that I put together for all of the teachers in my team. And this goes over all of the math standards that the teachers have been teaching since the beginning of the year in August, all the way until now. And I'll show you in a minute what those standards are. But here are 20 questions that are all math related in different types of questions related to the FSA style of the test. And for reading and language arts, I put together a Wonders assessment that we are not using, which is Unit 2, Week 2. We're not using this one, so I decided to put it together here. And what I did is I created a FSA style writing prompt. By the way, FSA means Florida Standards Assessment. So I created an FSA style writing prompt focusing on the themes of the 2 stories. They have to write an informative essay explaining how the characters learn from their poor decisions. So they need to unwrap the prompt. This is a graphic organizer that our district gives to us, but I kind of retyped it for the purpose of this packet. These are the text passages that come from Wonders, and these are the questions. So the first passage has 5 questions, and again, there are different kinds of questions, like this is matching, this is multi-select, this is part A and part B, and then here's the other passage, and the students read that, and then when they finish reading it, then they answer 5 more questions. If I can turn the page, here we go. And again, part A, part B type questions. We have, again, kind of like matching the themes that are found in the story, and multi-select again. So after they read all of those passages and answer the questions, they gather their evidence. So they're going to gather their evidence from how did the characters learn from the poor decisions from the first source, from the second source, and then they're going to create a plan. And I told them you don't have to write 3 body paragraphs. It's up to you. You could do 2, but at least 2. And then they write the topic, they write what their ideas they're going to do in their paragraph, elaborate, and write the text evidence. And then I provided them a line sheet, which front and back, so that they can go ahead and write their essays. Now, administration asked us to do this after the packets were copied. So what I did is I just created a half sheet, and I have it here. I just literally did it on a 1 sheet of paper, half, and I just cut it in half. And I just stapled it to the back as you saw. And basically I list all of the math standards that each question covers. And I listed all the language arts standards that the reading questions cover, along with what standards are covered by the writing prompt. So we gave this to the students, and I actually asked the students to bring their packets back because to kind of help them a little bit, I want to help them unwrap the prompt in class and also gather the evidence and plan their essay so that all they have to do for winter break is just write their essay. I just want to give them a little bit of support because I feel like we need to spend a little bit more time on FSA style writing, and they still need a little bit of support with that. So that's basically our winter packet that I put together for the entire 4th grade team, and all the students received it today so that they can start working on it and not have to wait till winter break to do it, because some of them may be going out of town. So that's basically some of the things that we were doing today. How can I forget to share the bestest news today? I reached my 5% goal. I lost 5% of my total weight since I started in October 30th. So with Weight Watchers, every time you reach a milestone, they give you a little charm to add to your little ring and collect all of these. So this was so cool. I made it a point to try and reach it by today, and I did it. So along with all the overwhelming and frustration things that I'm going through right now, this is such a sigh of relief. So I got to focus on the good things, the positive things in life. That's what counts. All right. And before I leave and sign off for today, I seriously need to get these desks all rearranged. So let me work on that now, and I will show you how that looks once I am finished. And I'll also show you the website that I use to help me make new seating arrangements for my students, and it's free. I love to share free resources, so I will be sharing with you what I do and what's the website I use in a few seconds for you. But let's see how long it takes me to do it. Right now, the time is 4:30. Seriously? Oh my God, 4:39. Time just flies. I need to get this done like ASAP. Okay, so really quickly, let me show you the website that I use in order to create my seating chart. I really struggle with finding the correct seat for kids. So I found this after doing a search a couple years ago on any websites or apps that will help me figure out the seating arrangement. So if you get the light version, it's free. So I'm going to sign up with a free account right now, which is separate from what I have, so that I could just create a demo class to show you how I use this. This is called happyclassapp.com. And let me show you how I use it. After you sign in, it's gonna prompt you to follow these steps in order to create the layout of your room. So the first time is to just click anywhere you want the seat. You can arrange it, whether it's rows or tables or a group, and then you save it. And they give you a little tip. Students who work well together are happiest in adjacent squares. For best results, don't put unnecessary gaps between seats. So I'm just going to close this window, and I'm going to actually design my room the way I have it right now so that you can kind of see. I have some extra dust that I'm not using, so I'm just including it in here. All right, so once you arrange your rooms, you just save and close. And then what you're going to do is you're going to create a class roster. So I'm going to give it a name, and I'll check back with you in a second. So I gave it a name, and now I just add students. It's 1 student per line, or you can separate them with commas. So I'm just going to add some sample students just for the sake of this demonstration. So once you create your students, I just created student 1 through 18. So you just click add. Okay, so once you have your roster ready, you click Save and Close. It automatically puts the students together. You can click Optimize, and it achieves happiness by switching the students around. Now, let's say that this student gets really well along with this student. That makes sure that they sit together, and this student doesn't get along well with that student. It separates them. And if you were to put these students together, it'll turn into a sad phase. You can't really put them together. So you have to make sure that they are apart. And if you separate the students that need to be together, they kind of have a little want face because they want to be together. Let's say this student needs to sit in the front. So if I click it, it switches some students so that it knows that the student needs to sit in front. Likewise, let's say the student needs to sit in the back. You make sure that they sit in the back. Let's say you really need the student to stay here. No matter how many times you click Optimize, you pin the student down. You can also use this to clear the relationship and start over. So let me just click Optimize, and it's achieving happiness, and boom, see, the student got pinned, and the student that needs to sit up close is up there. The student that can sit in the back is down here. These students are together, and the student is not getting away with this, so they're sitting separately. So this is pretty much what I use to put my class together for seating arrangements, and that's basically my tip if you struggle like me to figure out new seating arrangements for your students. So let me show you what my classroom layout currently looks like. So this is currently the layout that I decided to create. This is the red team, and there are 4 in the team. And this is the orange team, and there's 4. I had 4 extra desks, so I decided to make it like a supply desk. So, and I put their names under desks with dry erase marker, which I will erase tomorrow after I tell the students their new seating arrangements. So this is pretty much how my back table looks. This is the purple team. Actually, these 3 are the purple team, and this is their supply table. These 4 is the blue team, and their art caddy is actually over here because there was an extra space over here. And this is the green team. There's going to be an extra desk right there where all the supplies will be. I'm just currently using it for filming right now, but before I leave, that will go right there along with the little table cover and their supplies and the flowers. So that's pretty much how I organize the desk right now, just for now. Let's see how this works. But that's my current classroom arrangement. And I also got these little baskets. I just don't have purple for the purple team, and I don't have orange for the orange team, but these are the little baskets where I decided to put our current novel that we're reading. And that's basically my new seating arrangement. So that's how I pretty much set it up for now, and let's see how it goes. I usually like to change it up from time to time because I do get bored by how my classroom is arranged, and I like a fresh start. So yep, that's my new seating arrangement, and it's 6 o'clock. That's how long it took me to do all this. It usually takes a long time, which is why I dread it. Okay, time to do the end of the vlog so that I can go home. So that's basically my day. Again, is just the beginning of the week, and I can't wait for this week to be done and over with so that I can enjoy 2 weeks of vacation and rest and get some much needed things accomplished during that time. I mentioned earlier that I was feeling overwhelmed and frustrated. It's just, sometimes as teachers, we get so many demands outside of our classroom instruction and spending time with our students that it just feels like so much that you're like, how are you going to manage with everything? And yeah, I had a little thing today that just kind of threw me off, but I'm trying my best to make it work and get through it. And one of my frustrations and reasons that I'm so overwhelmed is that I feel like I'm so behind from what the district pacing guide is asking us to do, that I feel like I'm going to have to skip some sections and just find a way to teach those skills maybe in small group instruction and then have the students take their test so that they do well in it. So there's just some things I have to work because right now we're just wrapping up Unit 1, Week 4, but we're supposed to be in Unit 3, Week 2. So basically, I haven't done Unit 1, Week 5. I haven't done Unit 2, Week 2. No, not Week 2. Week 3, I think, and then Week 4 or 5. So I'm basically 1, 2, 3, like 4 pacing guides behind. And it feels like it's so much. And I just need to get through it because along with the regular curriculum, I also have to juggle the enrichment, the accelerated curriculum, because I do teach gifted students. So like, for example, this week, I have to stop Wonders to read a novel. And that makes me get behind in the district pacing guide. Now I'm still teaching skills, I'm still teaching the standards, but part of me feels like maybe the students are gonna miss out if they don't do the story that the district says to do. So it's just a lot of things, and I haven't fully been teaching all the writing that I need to teach to the students, so I also feel behind in that. It's just a lot of things that I know I'm gonna get it all sorted out, but just right now it just feels like it's so much bigger than myself right now. I feel like I'm getting anxious about it, and I need to stop seeing it from the big wide picture and just focus on the small things that I can like address like right now. That's basically where my frustrations and my feelings of being overwhelmed are coming from, but I know I'm gonna be able to tackle it. It's just, you know, I'm human and I get frustrated and I get overwhelmed and the anxiety starts creeping in and the doubt and all that stuff. Hopefully I can get over this little bump in the road. But that's basically where I am right now. So yeah, I'm gonna end the vlog here. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up so that it's available to other teachers who might find this content interesting to them. Also, remember to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And I'll see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 19. It's 7 more days till Christmas, almost 6 more days till Christmas. So it's very exciting and I need to finish doing my Christmas shopping. Okay, so yeah, that needs to happen. That's all I have for you today. Thank you again. Have a beautiful, magical day. And don't forget to smile, because smiling just fills you with endorphins and makes you feel great. See you tomorrow.